Oh, okay. We're live. Howdy, howdy. Now, I don't know if we're going to be in dialogue the second I walk into here. But, so we have something to listen to while I'm sharing the link out. Let's go and check anyway. Yeah, okay.
Thank you for helping out. We can now investigate the Blight Tide anomalies and trace Nefereth's activities. Endman, what do you think their next step is? Me fool. Tang supported our last operation, didn't she?
Wow, I thought you wouldn't tell Qian Shujuang about that.
Why wouldn't I?
This is the time we should be rowing the same boat. 10 years later, the scars from the disaster still divide us from the stockade residents. Trust was the first casualty. However, Endfield presents us with another opportunity.
Endfield will seek balance between Wuling City and Qingbo Stockade. What we need is more allies, not adversaries.
Qian Shujuang, what about her? If both Wuling City and
You know,
Qingbo Stockade
everybody
are in trouble,
always wants more
then
allies.
The
And you probably
primary
want more
objective
allies than
of
you have
Yuling's Special
adversaries,
Task
but
Force remains in the
there's
North
something
Wuling
valuable about
exclusion
having a
zone.
nice adversary, having
Though
a target
understaffed,
to conquer.
they did promise to offer any help they could afford to Wuling. HAS is already doing its best to reinforce this city. However, the overall situation on Talos 2 isn't looking too good. This is starting to feel like what happened 10 years ago.
Set your worries aside. We'll get through this together.
Indeed, we shall. This is just the beginning.
When she said, "Indeed, we shall," I got flashbacks. I think I mentioned we were watching Shakugan no Shana very recently. I'm watching it in English for the first time, and I thought at first the English was pretty good.
Hello?
Because season 1 was done by Ocean Group, and a lot of their localization translation kind of just looked the same as the stuff that the fan subs were saying. Yeah, this sounds normal. But then, we hit season 2, and suddenly Ocean Group is not who Universal was paying to localize it anymore. I guess there might have been a gap or something. And it went to Funimation. The voices sound very different. Some of them just sound off, like they don't fit the characters. Probably even more so to my roommate than me, because he had never seen it Japanese before. But doubly so to me, because at least the Ocean Group was kind of somewhat close in the same range as the Japanese voices. And then the Funimation dub is like just even further away. But their localization was shit. Like, it didn't really match a lot of the Japanese, almost at all. And one of the things that they did is, I believe, I'm trying to remember the exact word, she might be saying Dio a lot. But Wilhelmina has like a, kind of like a tag almost, like she has a word she says a lot in all of her sentences that they pretty much translate to indeed. That is indeed the case. Indeed, we shall do that. And she just says it in almost everything she says. And in the English, they did a good job by, I think, using indeed. There's a couple other words you could have used instead that would have gotten the meaning across. But indeed makes it seem like she's very regal, very formal, and she's a maid, so that makes sense. But then,
Tong?
we get to Funimation, and they just completely, like, cut it out of her dialogue altogether. It's like, oh, I think that makes it worse. Now the character doesn't feel like the character. She doesn't have her hook. Could use a different word. It didn't have to be indeed. guess, you know. There's nothing you can do about it. Other than watching in Japanese, that would be the preferred thing to do about it, but
Since the tactics
that is
manual
not
doesn't
something
have
we
any
often
rules
do
against fun, how about we
if
play
there's an
some
English
icebreaker
dub
games?
available, just because of my roommate's preferences. If I'm over watching something by myself, I'm mostly watching it in Japanese. It's kind of like one of the same reasons why we you know, play the games in English here. It's for most of the people watching. But also, a lot of the cases now, if it's some type of official release, even if you're playing it in the original language, you get their performance, which sometimes is just more accurate, some, you know, just better. What am I doing here? Right. But what you don't get is the original language. Oh. That did absolutely nothing what I thought it was going to. And what I mean by that is, like, it's not the same as when you get like a fan translation or you get a direct translation from before it was dubbed. What you get is the subtitle for the dubbed version anyway. And at that point, I think there's just no point in not just listening to the English version. Where are you guys leading me? Away from where I need to go, that's for sure, but... I guess we're not taking me too far away. Like, we could still follow you. We're getting slightly closer to our yellow dot. Just wondering where the heck is this treasure chest? This is a long... Some of these fairy fly things... Okay, that wasn't too long. Some of them are even longer than that. I've followed them like halfway across an area.
Unlike the Blight and Rifts, Orleans aren't that dangerous.
See, if I jumped that way, I probably would have fallen right into the water. And they would have just put me right back up here again.
We're going head to head. Execute plan A.
Don't mind me. I'll keep up with you.
We've done it. Hope you're not tired, Mr. Dolly. Great job. We've all done our part for Enfield.
Is it a spirit?
I wasn't expecting something random to be up there, but good thing I jumped up anyway. This is... Oh! Yes, I need this. I think I need this for upgrading her, specifically. It's not the only thing I need. I have to go farm a domain or something, or... I guess you can use the pity currency to get what she needs to, but I need to get that for her to be 90. Probably not just her. Other people probably need that one specifically too.
Those resources seem useful. Don't forget to pick them up.
Keen sights.
There they go. Ardelia, you could pick the resources up. You don't have to tell me to do it. What's this? Another rare outcrop. I guess we'll pick it up. Probably need it for... This looks like stuff I'll probably need for upgrading skills, I'm going to guess. Because it looks the same as the other stuff I need for upgrading skills. That's what I can get it to. That's right, we have to get these guys to jump around until they're facing the right way. I don't feel like doing that right now. We're on a mission. But they have a treasure chest.
Your end is not. Watch your step, people. Let's go. I have to little Don't go too far, Mr. Dolly. Everyone's chipping in.
I can't see. Ow! What is it? This guy back here.
Let's get you patched up first.
Wasn't expecting anything less.
Oh, this is one where you have to collect the blue things. Okay, okay.
Acquiring Arlene is our top priority on missions. I wonder what secret it hides.
Where is the last one? I do not see it around here. There it is. Okay. Let's back up the path. How you would get up there? Maybe you have to come from the other way? Maybe it circles around.
The landslide has been cleared away.
The bridge is still out, though. of yours, right? Of course not! Look, I'm genuinely concerned for all of you! Get his breach fixed, then we'll head to the stockade together! Come on, just get moving already! I don't want to be seen by those pesky watchguards! We can finally use this road. So, what was your plan for this road? This is the only path if we need to borrow more food from the city.
I fear supplies at the stockade are dwindling.
Totally. That's why I really need to get 1,000 caddies of food. Let's save this discussion for stockade. Time to formally introduce Dark Mask.
Hey, Fizz. Okay, let's see. Where are these other blue ones? There's one. There's two. There we go. I don't know why they feel the need to do this like
I
little
remember that you
cinematic
kinda like
unlock
these.
for these chests where you need the blue key cards. On paper, I can kind of understand why they want to do it. Because if you collected the cards and didn't know where the chest was, it would show you where the chest is. But most situations, the chest is easier to find than the card, so I don't think it's necessary. It just takes up my time by pausing the game for a second to show me the chest unlocking, when it could just be done in the background while I'm walking over to the chest. Ah, so this is the order you're supposed to unlock this area. When I went through here on the other account, which I'm still not even this far in the story, I just ran around exploring, so I unlocked most of this area in completely the wrong order that the game wanted me to. Which is great, because I don't necessarily like the game telling me when I can and can't unlock something. I need you to define art style dissonance before I can answer that question. Because that is not a term I learned when I was studying art traditionally. Mostly because the term art style is also not a word you learn traditionally. Style is more of a term non-artists use to define things. And it's one I've gotten used to talking about in many ways, but it really isn't much of an art term. Voice, much like with writing, that's a word you hear when you're studying art, but a lot of people who've worked on projects and stuff will tell you, like, oh, a project will have a style, right? Maybe. But that would just be a substitute for saying that there's a voice to the project, and it's usually still the artist's voice. No. There we go. Oh, okay, yeah, I get what you mean now. I don't think that's inherently a problem, right? Like, again, just depends what you're doing. I think probably one of the biggest examples of what you're trying to say art style dissonances would probably be like Happy Tree Friends, where it's this like cute and cuddly looking cartoon, but it's just like violence and gore everywhere. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that would apply in that situation. If I want that chest, I need to kill that guy.
We better be fully prepared.
Yeah, I mean, we're much higher level.
We're going head to head.
As long as I'm
Execute.
Don't mind me. I'll keep up with you.
On it!
Yeah, Unicorn Wars. Yeah, I think that would also follow. I think it's only an issue if your audience doesn't know. You know what I mean? Like, I think a good example is Watership Down, where it's got like this normal. You just pushed me into the water. That was bad. Wait, where the audience looks at it and they're expecting this family-friendly movie. Oh, I'm gonna start all the way over, just because my guy didn't want to shoot him in time.
Shall bring it. Darkness.
Wolves, let's feast!
Don't go too far, Mr. Dolly.
Lock and load. On it!
Melting flame.
You want your audience not to know. Well, that's probably the part that's not necessarily advised. Oh my god, I'm trying to dodge, and I'm doing a invisible dodge. Probably because I just don't know what the limit is of that guy's box. So I'm getting hit by it anyway. I mean, you might be able to leave a memorable mark on somebody with a stunt like that, but it's usually not a good memorable, right? You end up in like a funny games situation where everybody's expecting like a straightforward horror movie, and then the film just jerks them around.
We are getting there.
And then you feel like you're just
But surely.
a prisoner to the film unless you waste half of your ticket cost and leave the theater. Not saying it can't be done. I'm sure it probably has, and I just don't know. Typically, because like subverting expectations is not inherently a bad thing. A lot of people modernly say it is. Actually, subverting expectations is classically a very good thing, right? The problem is how people subvert expectations tends to be the real issue. Typically, what you want to do is you want to go above and beyond your audience's expectations. You don't want to leave them wanting.
No hardship will stop us. Great job. We've all done our part for Endfield.
Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock did subvert everyone's expectations, but he also often went above and beyond, right? Alfred's thing was find the obvious solution and subvert that with something cooler. That was his, right? It wasn't like subvert your expectation of a genre altogether. It's like, oh, I'm going to lead you into a mystery or horror story, but actually it's just going to be a comedy, right? He never did what, say, Rian Johnson did, trying to subvert people's expectations.
Ah, it's you!
Hey, Mike.
Chief told us how you totally embarrassed the Woolingers, and they got down on their fours to beg you for help.
Alright, fam! Settle down and listen up! I have specifically summoned Dark Mask home to help repair our stockade.
Horror, I think, is actually one of the
Everyone
best
knows
places
that
to
our
subvert
Dark Mask
expectations
is a
too.
True professional.
Right? You find like the
Splatters,
obvious way somebody's
rats,
going to die or bite it
With
in
Dark
general,
Mask around,
which I'm
you'll be
still
gone
dying, but
in a poof.
all the broader categories
Dark
of dying,
Mask.
whether it's by
I never
accident
knew you were
or
so popular
being
here.
killed or whatever,
This
right?
is actually making me
You set up the
curious.
scene for the obvious
Now
one,
I
but then you
really
come
want to
out
hear Tong Tong
swinging
stories
with
about
something
you.
that they would not have expected. And then the audience, like, cheers. You know, they're horrified, they're mortified, but they're cheering at the same time.
Of course. The first step is to verify the deployment site.
Come with me.
You know, it's
I
not
got
that
a
they don't want the
perfect place
person
for
that's
you.
about to die.
Spacious and
They're watching a
quiet.
horror movie.
How did you
after all.
find this place?
They just
I
want
was
it to
just
be in a
at
way
it.
they weren't expecting.
Wait! I was doing some serious surveying of my turf. Flooded during my patrols.
And then turn. So you basically just want to pull like a Happy Tree Friends, right? Because before it was a series, like on their initial pilot, that's kind of what they did.
The AIC factory will help
Except
you
that
construct
maybe
the
you're trying to
facilities
string
you
it
need.
even longer, like not do it in a single
Let's
episode.
start with a farm complex.
And then Happy Tree Friends set up the expectation for the series after the pilot.
I know we ain't as loaded as Wling. We don't really have much to offer. But here, take these.
I don't think Happy
You
Tree
and the
Friends
AIC
would have
factory
been
around, I can finally
as
let the fam
successful
handle
though
themselves.
if they had done like
Just
6
talk to her
episodes
if you got problems.
of Cute and Cuddly before it became a grindhouse. Right? People would have watched the 6 episodes and maybe it would have gotten a new audience, but the initial audience probably would have left.
Well, some of our
Something more
people
like
have
Ash
been
versus the
sneaking
Evil Dead.
in and out of the
Yeah, I'm
city.
just speaking broadly. I'm
Something
not
funny is going
saying
on.
you're trying to do
My
exactly.
bro's always busy.
Happy Tree
so
Friends.
I got looking into myself.
They probably have side jobs or something. The stockade isn't doing too well, you know?
Whatever. If something's up, I'll holler at you at once. And once I get fort tidied up, I'll take you on a tour of our ancestral spring. Promise.
But like, in specifically the case I'm thinking of too. Through episode 1, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Because episode 1's also your pilot. That's where you're setting up expectations. You can absolutely totally switch it up halfway through the episode. It's not an issue at all.
He accepted, but he did not agree.
The only issue comes down to, like everything else, do you execute it well?
Now, how can we proceed?
And
without
that's the
incurring too many
ultimate crux
sacrifices?
of
And
literally
yes,
every
for her.
project. Well. Oh. You can upgrade again. Oh, that for the ship. Yeah, we should go up and upgrade the ship. I didn't need this pop-up. Thank you. Thank you very much, game. I didn't need that at all. Is that it? Did I catch up to the story? Let me look. Freedom of expansion. Feel free to explore Talos too. I guess we did. Not that we don't have more story to do. I've been saving the character stories for stream as well, so we could go do these. Because I had no idea when this story was ending for the launch version of the game. I'm like, oh man, we could just be at the very beginning of a stream and it could end. We'll pick one of those to do in a minute, though. So, ship. That's where we need to go. Just got an upgrade piece. We need to go upgrade. Do not have enough. Maybe, though, if I go and get my owls, or what are they called, the stations all around the map. Recycling stations. That's what they're called. Because that's where you get the aerospace materials from, so... If we run around and pick those up, we might have enough to upgrade. I think the problem is that I haven't been running around and picking those up. I probably also haven't fully upgraded them either. Which I think I have more than enough stock bills on me for the ones that haven't been upgraded to fully upgrade. This one definitely is. Doesn't have the upgrade option. I wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of college students got bored from just watching a compilation of Itchy and Scratchy. Itchy and Scratchy is intentionally a really bad parody of Tom and Jerry that is supposed to be consumed in bite-sized sections of the show, often in conjunction to whatever is going around in The Simpsons at the time that it's airing on TV. It really isn't designed to be a good full show. And if he was expecting them to not be bored watching them, without the context of the rest of the show he created around it, I don't know what he was thinking. Okay, there's one here. I don't need to actually use the checker for every single one of them. I think those are the only 3 on this map. It'd be really cool, though, if... Maybe there is marker tags. I could clear everything except the recycling center if I really wanted to. Which is... Oh, wait, resource. Yes, there are only 3 on this map. Okay. Does that marker tag stay? It does. Cool. so I could just reset everything later after I've picked up my recycling centers. Thank you for making the map that way, game devs. I appreciate you. Why?
Endman, I believe Fiona has filled you in on the situation. Operator Arklight was the one who requested support.
I was not planning to go into a quest. I was here for my recycling.
The Hannibit Circuit. They're a partner of Endfield Industries. Simply put, the Circuit is a group of wildland roamers who are happy to share the wisdom of survival. Many refer to their tribes as the Academy of the Wilderness. Operator Arklight happens to be their song seeker. They travel around and lend their aid to those in need. She taught many about the techniques of survival. Song seekers acquire plenty of experience as they travel and endure the wilderness. They would teach these lessons in the form of Hannah songs to anyone who needs them. Naturally, this also includes Endfielders.
But now, a song seeker is asking us for help. That means she's probably facing some serious trouble.
We better not delay then. Let's hurry and ask her about the situation.
Ugh. I don't wanna. Fizz, you ask the silliest questions. I don't know what your audience will or will not want. You have to make something to see if there is an audience.
Special loot inside. We should grab it.
It's actually the whole reason people make pilots is because they don't... They think there's an audience, it's something they're interested in, but you can't actually know if there's an audience unless you have a pilot for it. In the past, you relied on executives to tell you that there's an audience. Oh, I took the wrong way anyway. I didn't even have to do that. It'd be like you tried to sell it to a network, which I think was also probably the worst way to do it. It was just the only way you could, because that was the only way you could broadcast things out. And then they would try to see, after they thought there was an audience, networks are really bad at knowing what people actually want, run it for a while, and then if it wasn't doing well, they'd pull it. Now with the internet, you can just make a pilot and put it up. So much better. Sure, does it take longer to get everything made? Absolutely, because you just don't have the raw backing, money-wise, from a network telling you to make the rest of your show.
None shall live.
But you can make sure you don't just stall out at a season and leave on a cliffhanger because nobody ended up liking the show. It's a minimal investment route.
Victory goes without saying.
I never even unlocked this one. Okay, well, we might as well just upgrade it all the way right here. Okay, maxed out. Well, hopefully I have enough of them already unlocked and upgraded that I'll have enough by the time to gather everything, without that one being in my way. I think that's the only recycling station for this one. Oh, that one's all the way over here. I think, yeah, we had to set up a zip line there. Should be able to get there quicker. Oh, there's two here, actually. I forgot about the one in the control center. Oh, okay. You unlock the control center so late. I don't even think about it. I almost never have to do a delivery route to there.
Something dangerous is up ahead. We better be fully prepared.
You mean someone saw her nearby? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thanks for sucking me into yet another cutscene for some
that
quest.
paparazza is a slippery one. She managed to get away every time.
This one sounds like a royal pain in the butt. Endman, you're here. Yeah, we got a suspicious journalist. Probably came from the Talos II General Chamber of Commerce.
This is why, like, I know
unexpected
people think
sitter.
it's fancy to have
During
what
the
they
last
consider
couple of
these
days, the crew
immersive
have been telling us about a strange woman
questing
showing up
experiences where you just
She
wander to a
claims to be
place
a
and suddenly you're in a
TGCC
scene with people.
journalist.
To
The
me,
Bandits
that
team
breaks
took
immersion,
photos of
because I
confidential
was on
stuff.
my way in the open world
Then
to
she
do
kept
something.
pestering our
I'm
crew
in
with a lot of
favor
weird
that
questions.
even if you've activated
She
a
even
quest
ignored our
already,
warning signs and ran
that
into
the person that
hazardous
you need to
areas.
talk to is standing
Our
there
crew
with a
had to
marker
stop
over their
their
head,
work just to
and
get her
no
out.
scene activates
Oh.
unless you go and talk to the guy.
Let's just say she's a real nasty piece of work.
I might be a little too old school of a gamer,
Yeah, well,
but
we can
I just
stretch
prefer
thin
my
since that
adventuring
blind
experience to be
us.
uninterrupted
We're all
unless
busy
I'm the one who
trying to
chooses to
rebuild and
interrupt it.
get on with our lives. Nobody's got time for that band of journalists.
I don't
But
like the
she's
game
from the
having more
TGCC.
agency than me.
That makes things tricky. If anything happens to the journalist on UW turf, we'll
There's not a
find some
criticism of
major
just this
league
game.
cartel-directed blight show. So,
It's a criticism
after
of all
much
modern games that
consideration,
do this.
we'd like to ask for Enfield's assistance. You've handled disputes like this before, which makes you skilled mediators. Perhaps you could help us speak with her, and if possible, send her away from Valley 4. Oh, that journalist is hiding in the refugee camp. Elisa went ahead to check the sitch. I'll send you the coordinates stat. Oh, before I forget, the crew also told me something really important. She's a master of disguise. I strongly recommend bringing a team of specialists with you, just in case.
Think he's right to ask us to help with this incident. But if that journalist is as annoying as he claims, we'll need to give you a suitable assistant. I'll give her a call and tell her to rendezvous with you directly.
Like, man, I just think that's such bad game design that it ruins my entire mood. And every freaking game does it now. It's one of the exact things I'm talking about when I say modern games are worse than older games. You could have something like a really cool, fun experience, and then you have to deal with that. And it's fine in a strictly linear game. But you're never technically being sucked into something in a strictly linear game because you're never doing anything else. Okay, those were the only two here. Yeah. There are also just two here. I don't think I even have all of the sub-packs unlocked. Like I don't think I ever did the one in the power plateau on this one. I should probably go unlock it. I also have not gone and explored that area yet. Yeah, I haven't done most of this. We definitely do not have. So I think the sub PAC is over here. If there's a quest I should prioritize, it's probably that one. I also don't have the recycling center unlocked. Which was the whole thing I was coming here for. I think these are the last recycling centers available. Well, though, I think there's some in Wuling. I could check to see if I have any of the ones in Wuling unlocked. I don't have them upgraded because I have no like Wuling stock builds, but they're at least unlocked.
Outstanding loot. This hunt has proved itself fruitful.
A reward for the difficulties we faced.
Okay, let's go back to the ship and see if I have enough after collecting all of that. No. I do not. I need the higher one. So I guess maybe I'll do that off stream because it's going to wait until tomorrow before there's more recycling centers to pick up. I'll probably have it tomorrow. I'll just run around, pick up what I need, and that'll just get upgraded. It's not like it's a huge deal. All it does is add more stuff to this, which I probably need to collect anyway. I actually don't know what the clue exchange does. I do it. I guess, what is this? Oh, it gives you the credits for the credit exchange. That makes sense. Okay. That's why sometimes I have a lot. More than I expect me to have. That makes perfect sense. Okay, what else do we need? Operators.
Still waiting for something?
That's right, because we just got the thing for the enemy. That was the other thing we got for completing it. So I guess it's going to be a little while until we get all of the upgrades. I wonder what they all do. Oh, they don't tell you. Keep it a mystery. Either that, or the devs don't even know what they want to do with it yet, which is why it's being saved for maybe like other patches. Place 3 relays. If I started mining, I'd get that done easily. What's the current development level? I guess 6 is the highest we can get right now? Which wouldn't be that hard to hit, I guess. If I went and got more of those wacky inflatable arm guys, we'd probably hit 3 or 4 pretty easily. That plus putting some mining down and a couple of the other things. 5 and 6 I think is probably going to be harder to hit. Like 3 we're almost there. And 4 would probably take most of the rest of what is currently available on the map. All the extra work's going to be past that. And actually start doing outpost management. What is this? I don't even know what this is. No, I didn't want to set that. I wanted to see what it was. R3. Oh, it's a healing thing. That requires a lot of what I don't have. Well, I mean, I have a lot of the blue stuff. I just don't have Chironite in a bottle. I think I want wooling batteries to be made. Yeah. I don't know what that block is, though. That's right. I need to go, because I need more Shirenite. I need carbon. I never bothered to go figure out the carbon thing, because I never ended up doing those tutorials. I got too busy yesterday. I need to leave myself a note to do that. There should be like a mark all as red button. Because realistically, it's not like we're rereading the tutorials when we go to get rid of these. They know we're not rereading it, we're just flipping by. There should just be a mark all as red button. Multiple regional depots have been unlocked. Press L2 to switch depots. Oh, upgraded. Nice. I never use it. Probably should start using them. Also, my backpack's full. Let's get rid of some stuff. I am full of sand leaf. Unfortunately. Actually, here's a question. Wooling. Do I have any aerospace stuff over here? I do not. I never put any over here. Okay. So this is the quick way to transfer. If you want to do all the manual labor or not just use the regional transfer tool. Stand in your ship, flip back and forth between the two things, and trade stuff at like 50 items per slot.
Hey, and
Got it.
how's it going? Just a routine inspection. Just a routine inspection. Don't break down.
I need to get away from this person who just keeps saying the same thing over and over again. She's annoying me. It's probably an okay little character thing if you're just passing by. horrible to be standing next to. Okay. So. More database. No. I just cleared the database. Missions is what we need to do, I guess. I'm trying to think if we want to start something. Or if I just want to run around unlocking some things. Yeah, we should probably go unlock the PAC at the power plateau. That's probably the most important thing to do at the moment.
The incident has been logged.
Relatively speaking. Which we were just next to. Could have just done it then.
See that one? Need me to do some trimming?
Good little buddy. Feeling lively and chipper again, huh? Just be careful and don't get hurt again. Things are really dangerous outside. Oh, Professor! You're here! How have you been? I'm here to help. You seem to be doing pretty well, Professor. I was a little worried when I heard about your amnesia.
We are still observing the Endman's physical condition. Endman, our operation here needs the support of an operator skilled in disaster research and geological prospecting. Ardelia is the first that came to mind. I notified her right after we received Mr. Crow's call. Her experience and expertise will be crucial for this project.
The situation here is not very good. I did a quick survey of the vicinity. Energy leaking from the ether rift may have seeped into the ground. The blight is everywhere. This place is obviously dangerous grounds. But wildlife of Valley 4 are doing their best to survive. They might be weak, but they're helping each other to endure this hardship. I'm happy to be here and help these little creatures. And I'm definitely happy to be on your team, Professor. The local site monitor is right ahead. I'll take you to him. This place has been severely affected by the disaster. Post-disaster rebuilding will be difficult given our current resources. This is why I think you should come here and take a look, Professor. People here, and me. We all need you, Professor.
Ardelia just comes to complete stops like she doesn't know where she's
You're
going.
finally here. I hope I didn't trouble you with a sudden request.
It's all right, Mr. Crow. This is all part of our partnership.
It seems you have discussed this already. Endman, remember the project I mentioned in my message?
Valley 4 has taken a serious beating. The power plateau itself is directly affected by the Ether Rift. Light and anomalous locations are popping up all over the region. Under general circumstances, we might have to wait for more than a decade for the ether energy and its effects to dissipate. But we can't afford to wait that long.
More than a decade?
Firstly, we worked hard to build our homes here. We are not going to give it up. Secondly, we don't know how the ether would affect the local ecology. This place might change into something else by the time we return. So we plan to construct a Valley 4 reconstruction headquarters with local materials. This HQ will provide ecological testing and geological surveillance functions. We have a 6-year plan to restore Valley 4 to its original state. That's assuming everything goes smoothly. It also assumes that we can quickly assess the degrees of ether impact on Valley 4 and successfully complete all testing and analysis. Even then, we'll still have plenty of difficulties to overcome. The most critical one is that we need a specialized large geological probe. Indeed. And it's the reason why we need this Caprinaeum. I mean this excellent disaster scientist to share her expertise with us. Finally, the most important key to it all, the productivity offered by the AIC factory. Awesome, admin. Let's get things started right away. Rep work for the construction is complete. We've also selected our site for the reconstruction headquarters.
Let's deploy the sub-PAC here, Endman. The people here need us.
You know, I've been thinking, as long as it doesn't take place underground in a cave or something, though, even if it did take place underground in a cave, most of the game's problems could be solved from the fact that we just have an orbital ship station that can drop supplies down, right? Like, we could basically, I mean, we were dropping bombs down at one point, but we could just take, like, a really big, like a massive thing that we don't care about losing, put nothing down to slow it at all, like no parachutes, no inertial dampeners or anything, and just be like, you know, screw that spot in general, and just, that would solve most of our problems if we knew where, like, the bad guys were. Rods from God, you know? Where's the site? Oh, that's not that far. We can run.
High-risk target detected. Stay calm. We've trained for this.
Like, I know I always have to check on the map. They give us how far away a target is, but 1 meter in this game doesn't feel like 1 meter in real life. Probably because it's not first person, I'm not in the perspective of the character. But I'm still kind of using, like, the body length of the characters to kind of judge how much a meter should be, and it still just doesn't feel the same. Something's like 600 meters away, I'm like, okay, I could walk 600 meters pretty quickly in real life. But then it's in some other map. It's like, eh.
Ah.
Huh?
Like, a kilometer's not really that far to walk. Right, 1,000 meters. I think the store might be a kilometer away. Maybe a little bit more from where I am. I haven't bothered to actually check. And I could get to the store in, like, depending how fast I decide to walk, 5 to 15 minutes.
Many thanks.
But in this game, a kilometer feels like a world over. I think it's probably just because of the, especially in third person, how the scale of a map feels. I guess that we could actually use a target that was far enough away, right? Like, that's 20. And if we were to time, it's fine. 55. And if I were to, like, run real quick and go, like, 1 Mississippi, we ended up moving about 10 meters in a second. So our normal, well, that was off of a dash, too. So we can accelerate to 10 meters a second pretty quickly. Then we're probably running like 5 meters a second normally. It's actually not that bad, realistically speaking.
Phew.
I kind of want to go this way, but I think we have to go around. Oh my god. No, come back! We need the block on the other side. There we go.
I guess Endfield finds it valuable.
I missed my target. Oh. Maybe I want to do that while there's a grenade launcher there. Help me out. Someone's like, hey, you're gonna need this. Sentry tower? It's not even a grenade launcher. That's still fine. The sentry towers are like the souped up gun towers. don't want to. I just want to kill the thing. Oh no. I hit a wrong button.
Don't go too far, Mr. Johnny! On it!
Where's the big guy? Oh. Get him, Sentry Tower. Get him! Oh, there's the big guy.
Great teamwork.
I'm better now.
I really wish I could have kept him near the sentry tower. That was the whole reason I did this in the first place. Sure. Is that unusual? If it's, I don't care. Like, I don't want to be rude about it. You've brought this up about Invincible in the beginning several times over the years. I just don't want to rehash it. I hope that's understandable, right? I hope that's reasonable, that I just don't want to rehash it. Like, I know it's been a while since you brought it up. I'll definitely give credit for that, but like, it's something we've talked about before.
High-risk target detected. Stay calm. We've trained for this. We're back. Why are you all standing here?
Construction work is complete. We're waiting for you to formally kickstart our mobilization for the Geological Probe Project. Professor Crow will be assigning the lead engineer for this project, but No one here is more qualified than Professor Crow. He can be a little stubborn, but he's the best technician we have. With his leadership, I'm sure the project will be completed soon.
You're back. How about the samples? This means all our prep work is done. Time to formally begin the project.
Unusual.
The next step of our undertaking will be an extremely challenging and critical project. It will determine the survival of countless lives in Valley 4 and the surrounding regions. We shall rebuild homes, restore ecologies, and erase the scars from our beloved land. The construction of the large geological probe. I hereby grant Clavel and Din complete authority over the project.
Hear, hear! It goes without saying. Hold on!
I think I'm also deciding, obviously not right now,
And that is how things
but I don't really
should be.
want to get into the
Our
character
new
stories.
project
I'll probably
leads
save
will
that for
mobilize
another
the
stream.
crew
I think
and get started with the work.
I'll just knock all of those out, maybe back to back on a Monday stream or something,
There
or
must be a
Tuesday.
mistake.
Tuesday stream would be
I
bad
could never.
Well,
because they do take a little while to do.
guess the crew of the HQ has plenty of work
Maybe
cut
I'll
out
save
for
them for a Tuesday stream because those are longer. But I'm probably not doing a super long stream on this one today. Might only be like a couple hours long. I'll probably cut it off maybe an hour from now. And mostly just spend the time unlocking stuff. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Oh. Is this the event, I think, with Carly? Yeah. I should probably go do that. This is technically a story? Or wait, was that here? This is what I need.
Logistics robots are breaking down due to unknown causes? This doesn't sound like a serious issue, but if left unchecked, the impact and consequences might be quite severe. We shouldn't doubt.
Well, it's not like Doomfist is
Let's
a
go to the
particularly
original power plant to
uncommon
take a look.
name for somebody to think up. I would imagine that you are telling the truth on that. I've known several people growing up who've had characters named Doomfist because, I mean, depending on what your character does, it's just a pretty obvious name to come to. Not saying it's a bad name. There's a reason why everybody comes to it. It's just kind of a pretty obvious one. Probably won't have to change the name. Yeah, I don't think you would. Realistically. But, you know, outside of trampling on people's, like, trademarks and stuff like that, which a lot of time there aren't specific trademarks on individual names, for like villains or NPC characters. There could be one on Doomfist, but Doomfist might also just be because of how easy it is an untrademarkable name. You know, I'd probably look into it, but I would imagine it just doesn't have one. But aside from that, people really shouldn't feel the need to come up with names that have never been named before for every single one of their characters. You know, like, I don't think that's a very functional way to operate. Obviously, you should probably try to make your main character kind of unique or whatever, the thing that everybody's going to identify your property with. Mostly for the real-life equivalent of search engine optimization, right? You don't want somebody
dangerous is up ahead.
being confused about what property somebody's talking about when they want to be talking about your property. But for like every character, that's ridiculous. I would say though, I would probably avoid the most tired tropey names, right? Like how I think it was last time I was on the mic stand, there was a Doctor Strange in there. Doctor Strange is probably like one of those names I would completely avoid. One, because there's probably a Marvel copyright about it, and all of the older Doctor Strange are so out of print that it doesn't matter anymore. But two, even outside of like the trademark that Marvel has on Doctor Strange, it's like the lamest name, right? Like, it's the first name anybody would come to. Oh, he's a strange doctor, isn't he? Right? Yeah, and there are Black Widows everywhere, because it's like an actual animal. It's a spider everyone knows of. Like, people shouldn't feel super avoidant, but at the same time, probably should avoid the heaviest tropes, right? Like, find maybe some other venomous creature, or maybe for your femme fatale, color some other creature where the woman eats the man or something, right? Like, choose one of the more intricate species of praying mantis that do it. You know, there are plenty of species that the woman eats the man, or the female eats the male. Technically, man and woman specifically refer to humans, but the female eats the male for sustenance, for the birth-giving process. Not even consistently, like, you know, it's the female tends to be bigger than the male in a lot of those cases, and the male just doesn't have time to get away. A lot of them do manage to escape, though. In a lot of different species that end up doing that. Okay, this one should be pretty quick, since this one's entirely just taking pictures and making sure everybody's in like the right formation. Carly's in the photo. Some of them we will have to switch our teams though, because they require specific types of operators. Like, there might need to be a specific species or something in there. So the quickest warp to this spot is technically this one, I think. It's almost triangulated by 3 different warps, but I think this one is several meters closer.
High-value object.
People will remember Chun-Li 30 years from now. Will people even remember Widowmaker? I don't know about Widowmaker. I think if anybody gets remembered from Overwatch, it's probably Tracer. I think Tracer's probably their standout character that, like, random normies know about. It has appeared in some other things. Yeah. I don't think the entirety of their cast will be remembered, though. Like, Tracer has a lot of standalone memes as well. So she is kind of a little different from most of the other ones. We want square. I hit the wrong button. Now, there might be perverts that remember Widowmaker years to come, because I think of all of them, she's the one with the most tags for, like, Rule 34. But if we're talking about just, like, your average person, I think Tracer is probably the only one people are going to remember. Okay, I think we already have a Lupo in our team. Yeah, that should be Wolfguard, so we don't have to switch our team out. Ooh, caught her in mid-stretch. Only person posing for the picture. We need a sword wielder. I think we have a sword wielder on our team. I think our main character is a sword wielder. Do we need to go up a floor, I think. We don't need to go to the top. I think it's a floor in the middle. I ever get a feeling a dog is sneaking up behind me, but it's actually a squirrel? No, I don't. Oh, you know what? I could have just taken this up, right? Or no, that does not go all the way down. I could not have just taken that up. I mean, in general, I get the feeling something's sneaking up behind me, but I also suffer from chronic paranoia, but I'm usually pretty acutely aware of what it is that's sneaking up behind me. I don't think I ever think it's a dog, unless it's actually a dog. A lung. We do not have a lung in our team. I'm gonna have to switch to, I guess, some team that's got Chen in it. What's the closest warp? I guess this one? I mean, I have been stalked by a dog before.
Something dangerous is up ahead. We better.
Didn't see that gap there. That's on me. But mostly coyotes. Because I've gone for midnight walks in places where coyotes are very far.
Don't mind me. I'll keep up with your tempo.
Though they are pretty much not a problem as long as you keep an eye on them. More or less. I have to play this.
We're going head-to-head. Execute planning!
I shall bring it! Darkness! This hardly counts as warm-up.
We won. That's what matters.
Go pick that up. You picked up the other stuff. Why didn't you pick up this?
See that one? Need me to do some trimming?
Oh, treasure. That's what. None of this is why we came here. We just had to clear those guys out. Yes, obviously that's the way it has to fit. Okay. the camera? Oh, it's down below. I did not put a lung in my team. That's what I needed to do.
Are we setting up?
Chen, where are you? Is Zahi a lung? She's got the pointy ears. She might be. Maybe we just deploy this team. No. She's the other kind.
I shall pray for you. And
I just figured pointy ears tail. Maybe lung don't have the pointy ears though. Maybe they have the round ears. And I'm confusing two things. I do not have a team with a lung on it. Okay. We need you. Let's just make a random physical team real quick just to have here. You. You. And, you. Okay.
It's about time.
There we go. When race is critical to gameplay, please make him distinct enough visually than standard human. I think most of these are distinct. There's just like... There's two races that are very, very close to each other. Almost all the other ones I can tell apart very easily, but there's like a reptilian lizard race and there's a dragon race. And they're like really close. Everything else though is like I could tell the wolf race from the other ones. I could tell the cat race. They're all distinct enough for me. And in general, they're not really critical to gameplay. I think that's the other thing. This is just an event where it's like, oh, you should pick a character from this race or whatever. You do not see this in like 90% of the gameplay. Probably more than that. But I do agree that those two races should probably be even more distinct, other than I think the pointy ears is the main thing that tells them apart. Oh, thank you, Pon, for blocking the entire photo with your huge panda self. See, I would probably also agree that the coolest designs in the games are the ones that are just straight up different. Like, I really like Dapan's design. I think it's great. He's just a panda. He's a panda grease monkey. Just all in on it, too. Just walking around. I wish they would go all in on more characters. Can I use this to teleport? No. You can enter, but you can't teleport. Here. I think Antle has a really cool design. But they, very understandably so, given their core audience, really only feel like they can go all in on those designs with the male characters. Which, I'm not against them going in all in on those designs with the male characters. I think it makes the male characters cooler. But they feel it would probably take away from the sexiness level from their core audience if they did that for the female characters. Oh, what type of character do I need? At least one operator who wields hand cannons. So I think we actually just go back to our main team for that.
In position and
because I think
standing by.
hand cannons are literally just guns. I think that's what they define it as. And Wolfguard uses guns. It's the only guns in this game, so I can't imagine like the twin pistols not counting as hand cannons. Like that'd be very weird. Yes, okay. And we need to be in a square formation. And then we need a character with an electric element. Let's go switch that real quick.
Whatever
that
comes
should be our
next,
first
better be
team.
memorable.
Deploy. Yeah, look at Antle. Antle, I think he's that the lizard race, but again, the guys are allowed to look cool. Well, you know, it's not a matter of whether you think it's fine, right? It's just a matter of, like, the bulk of their audience. You got to remember, too, like, the bulk of their audience are Chinese.
Only by walking upon the land can we truly appreciate every breath.
Like, I personally also think it's fine. We need row formation. There we go. Such an awkward angle. Probably because of the way I'm facing. If she was actually facing more forward, they would have rowed out. I don't know what the Shek and Kenshi look like. I don't think I need to, though. I'm probably still fine with it. I like to see races varied, too. I also don't need to be personally attracted to every single race in the game. That's not a requirement to me. I played Mass Effect. Mass Effect has a lot of cool alien races that I do not find attractive at all. I wouldn't want those races changed. Okay, Carly, let's finish your quest. I think I have to open the menu back up after this, too, because I don't think I accepted any of the rewards from it. I think you have to manually do that? Maybe? Yes, we have to manually claim each one. It's a good amount of rewards that we need if we want to get Yvonne. And it's also like one of the first side events in the game, so probably should have done it anyway. Like, a lot of these aren't actually side events, right? Like, this refreshes every week. This is a launch thing. This is kind of like an end game thing, so that's always going to reset. Also a launch thing. Maybe, we should probably do this. I should go set up some mining over there in Wuling. Get that out of the way. This is the narrative event. These are just operator stories. They're going to be around forever. But I think we want to do them within the time window for bonus rewards. This is an actual event, but this is kind of like a web event. They just have it to where you could do the web event in-game. And, yeah. These are also just, like, non-events. So, of everything I listed, this is, like, the actual first real event in the game. Might as well knock it out before the 3 days elapse and it disappears. Especially with how easy it was. Like, it took us no time to warp around and get all of that. Because we did it after it had been around for a while, when I did it on my other account because I was doing dailies on it every day, you could do, I think, 2 of them the first day, And then each day you had to wait for another one. It's like, well, this... You hardly do anything, and this event doesn't take any time at all. What are the Horde Elves again from Warcraft? Are you talking about the Blood Elf? Which are basically just like High Elves that decided to join the Horde? Is this fully upgraded? Is not. Or, no, it is. Why is the upgrade still there if it's at its limit? That's stupid. Like the recycling centers, that should just disappear. Okay, we need to go to... Wrong one. Oh, wait, no, we did have something there. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. That's probably... I don't like to lump everyone, but if we're talking about on average, probably true. That is probably a true statement if we're talking about on average. Just going by sales metrics and the decisions a lot of people make around it. Yeah. Like, we could probably find some that would find them attractive, but they definitely would probably not be a good depiction of the whole. Though, if real, 2/3 of them would find them attractive whether they want to or not. But that's just because of how they mess with your mind. Made quite a bit of regional progress. Okay, no, not that. We need. I needed that open, but we need to go to Wuling, and I guess here. Could also explore. I don't have all of the clouds taken away from this map. And it does bother me when I have clouds blocking my view on the map. So I think we'll make... I should have made my mining rigs in the other area, because I probably don't have anything to make them here. If I think about it, I probably don't at all. Let me look. Oh, it'll still pull from the other area. That's fine. We can make some mining rigs. What do I need? I need... Well, let's look at our areas. We're going to mine this one for sure, which has 6. Okay, we can make 6 of these. And this one has 2. Is there another one that I saw around here recently? Oh, it's probably beyond this cloud, I think. We'll just worry about that. So we'll make 8 of these things, since those are the base model. Which means we'll make 2 of... No, I don't want to make 8. Make 2 of these. And we'll make 6 of these. We'll start up here. I think if I put the main relay just right on the edge, it should be in range, right? Yeah. Let's put it here. I think that has coverage for all of that. Oh man. You will not be able to cover both of those. Oh, that's awful. I have to use more than I actually want to. Okay. But we can start mining now. We can start making progress. Civilizing this area. I say that when there's like the most civilized city we've come across is right there. I think that was already enough for us to get the last node on that event. But. We have... Oh, wait, what's going on here? Oh, I need power is the problem. Okay. Okay, well, we're not doing production right now, either. I'll worry about that later. If I turn all of these units off, right? Can I use the bulk action to turn everything off at once?
Alert. Insufficient power output.
There we go. I'm like, yeah, that had to be it. Our mining can't take up that much power. I'll worry about that later. We'll start battery production over here with like the... Well, we can't get the Wuling batteries yet. But I don't even have carbon production, so it's like that entire facility is useless until I have carbon production. And I don't have production of any of this stuff either, so... Everything's kind of useless until we're mining. I've got it on the hotbar. It has a connection to that. I think we could find a spot that's happy for both of these things. Preferably off the path. Here? Yes, there we go. Leave me alone, game. I don't need to know any of this. None of that is beneficial to me right now. Yeah, we're over halfway to 4. I thought that these were reasonable to get. I think it's just going to be harder to get these two because there's just not that much to the map yet. And this is where you start digging for everything to get. We have some stock bills now, though. I think we should actually be able to upgrade some things or turn them on. I don't really want to unlock the farm. It's not particularly what I want to do. No, I'm good. I still need one more relay. Okay, I think there's another one maybe right around here. So, maybe we'll start heading that way. Problem is, I don't know how many mining things are over there. So I don't know how many I need to build. I can't check until it's on my map. I'm also trying to remember where I put the relays. I think maybe I put one like right in here. Which that should already unlock the thing. I need to find a spot in between these two real quick. That one's like 60, 70, 80. Oh, that's not going to be enough. Okay, we're going to put this one here. And then we're going to put another one over here. Oh, you know what? I didn't even need that other one. I'm gonna go pick it back up. I didn't realize it was just going to be close enough right there. Okay. That's fine. Just put you back in the stash. It was kind of like just in range. I have to lower that from the other side, don't I? Maybe. Yeah. Okay. How do I get there? I guess we could have went from this direction. But I think I'm going to be out of range. So let's just set up this side first. We need to be probably right there. That way, once we're up on that cliff, I could just put another one there. And we also know how many things we need now. Which are 2. Let's go make 2 more. Make 2 more, then we'll teleport to the other side, put them down. I just realized we never switched back from,
Do what you must, Professor. I'll do everything I can to help.
Which I like Diego in a team. I think she's probably still the most fun character to play, but the problem is that she's not leveled like this team is. So the world would start to hurt probably a little too much. There's something to pick up over here. Got it. This is the direction we're going? Yes. Also, can we cross the bridge area? I probably want that teleport real quick. If I had already gotten it, we would not have ran this entire way.
Got my eyes peeled for another. Alagora.
Wow! Perfect execution! Here we go!
Just let the grenade launcher finish it off. There we go.
This hardly counts as warm-up.
Wasn't expecting anything less.
You know, I'll leave you there
You've
just
done it.
because
Hope
you're
you're
funny.
not tired, Mr.
Those guys
Dowie.
deserve to just be blown up all the time.
We're going head to head. Execute plan A. We'll see this through.
Well, this is where we need to be. But maybe I could just like lose these guys' focus. Yeah. I made the wrong kind of mining rig. Wrong button. Ugh. Well, at least I got the teleport, so we're not too far away. I made the one for the Farium stuff. Can I use the same mining rig? Yeah, but they take up more power. That's the problem. There's no point in using the bigger one if you're not using it on the right thing, because it's just like power inefficient. New recipe. Okay. Actually, wait. I need to put the stuff up anyway. I'll start moving stuff over here because there's like nothing in this depot. There's not really any point in putting Valley batteries in here. Maybe I'll keep you out. Just to put into the other area when I remember to. I gotta go make 2 more of these again. And then use them on the proper one this time. At least we unlocked the teleport. That will save a lot of running distance.
An experienced hunter can read the winds and use it to predict the weather, or to trap the prey.
So let me get this. This is the whole reason we started doing this in the first place. Fine, we're here. Let's do this.
Got my eyes peeled for an opening.
Let's go. I have total faith in you all.
They'll give up eventually. I think this one also has like an awkward placement where I have to put more than one. More than one of these things. Yeah. So we'll get this relay where that's closer. And that one's further, just in case we need this for some other place.
Got my eyes peeled.
These were after.
Don't go too far, Mr. Daddy!
Mostly because there's just not enough space to outrun them. Don't want to fight you right now. Everything's connected. Yeah.
Got my eyes peeled for an opening.
Now we have a continuous path between all of these areas. That's a little more satisfying. Well, there's a guy there. I have to run through this whole facility to get to that, though. Okay, we go do that. It is in our interest to unlock all of those things. I think this area should be cleared now, though. Right? Like, I don't think we should be running into enemies. This is back to being an actual base. And I probably should have picked that up when we were here the first time. Because now I need to run through this entire maze until I get there. Oh. Yeah, I need to run my own power lines instead of just using a shared facility. Farming's so much quicker if you just put a bunch of gun towers on everything. Need to clear that. Oh, there's a lot that needs to be cleared. But this is what we came for, so this is all that matters. Oh, I kind of want that. I still have not started making the pieces we need to make gold gear, but having our templates is pretty necessary. Here's the other side of that bridge we just passed. That will kind of actually make it easy if we start getting all of the electricity from this end to get to that over there. Oh, you're a lost cause. I'm not doing that right now. Where are they next? Could get more of these guys for the little time that I'm still playing. Could actually just dispel clouds. I kind of like the idea of dispelling clouds. The clouds are bothering me. Dispelling clouds are easy, you just have to walk into the area, right? But you actually have to walk into the area. Can't do it from this side. Can we from the other side, though? And why don't I have that unlocked? Many questions. Many questions. Okay, this one here's an easy one. It's just a part of town. Okay, so we have to come up from this area. I don't think regular water will get rid of the sludge. That's why I didn't try to continue it. I think I need to get into the Sheeranite production so I can put Sheeranite into models. And then I can start blasting away. We are many steps away from being able to do that. They got loops around. Let's do it this way.
Has exposed you. Slipped away real quick, this one. No one escapes my gaze.
We're going head to head.
Okay,
Execute
cool.
plan A. We'll see this through.
Something lurks.
Who would win, Ranma or Randy Cunningham? That's an interesting question. Let me think about that. This did not loop around the way I thought it was going to.
No one escapes here. It has exposed you.
Because I definitely know more about the limitations of Ranma to think about Randy. If I had to like go with a gut instinct, I'll probably just default to Randy, even though I know way less about the character. And by way less, I mean I've probably only ever seen one episode of his show. You assume Ranma? I'd rather take your word on that. Ranma is scaling is probably close to like Scott Pilgrim, but Ranma being a comedy, his victory isn't always actually about how strong he is. So Ranma ends up getting beat up and loses a lot. It's pretty hard to kill the guy, you know. His bones kind of repair themselves very quickly in a very like toonish way sometimes. But I would figure anybody who is a serious fighter would probably beat Ranma if their scaling is like around Scott Pilgrim or higher. Now, between the two that I just mentioned, though, I think Ranma beat Scott in a battle of attrition. But I don't know enough about Randy Cunningham to actually really weigh in on that. Oh, that's right. I need to go south past the warp so I can unlock that bridge. That's what I need to do.
No one escapes my gaze.
Got my eyes peeled for an
Can I can't activate this one.
I have total faith in you.
Your end is not.
My turn. Stand down.
Well, now that I'm here and I've already picked up a blue thing, let's pick up the other blue things. Oh, okay. I could see that argument, but again, it's also me knowing almost nothing about the character, so I'm kind of just gonna have to default to what you say unless I go and look it up. Because, you know, that's not even me saying that Ranma's not, like, a serious fighter himself. Right? Like, he is a little bit of a jokester, but he's less of the reason. It's more of just, like, the nature of his fights and the show, you know? Or the manga originally. Because there are some very serious fights, but a lot of them are subverted. And even people that Ranma beats up easily, sometimes just like get the jump on him and you see him walking around in crutches. Just because it's funnier that way. He lives in a world where there is like a rule of comedy. If you take that rule of comedy out, things could change. But because I don't know anything about Randy Cunningham other than like the one episode I've seen, I don't know if, you know, he might also live in a world of comedy where it would be fitting to keep those rules. It doesn't sound like it from what you just said, but it's something I always have to keep in mind. It's like the reason Ranma and Scott Pilgrim would be a fun fight is because the comedic nature of the worlds they live in are kind of similar, so you can at least apply the logic to their stories to both of them. Scott being even more wild in some ways because he lives in a world where video game logic is true, but I don't think Ranma would find it too weird to suddenly be in a world where video game logic is true, just because of how cartoony the logic of his world is at times. He'd probably complain. That part I think would happen. He'd be like, oh great, now you pulled a power-up out of nowhere. But I don't think it would faze him much or contradict the way his world works. What time is it? Oh! It's like 5 o'clock. This is about when I wanted to stop. Okay. Well, thank you for watching. Fizz, who's been here pretty much the whole time, but anybody in the VOD watching later, thanks for sticking through if you did. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't usually stream on the weekends, so I'll probably be back at something on Monday, maybe, depends how our scheduling goes. But in the meantime, I will catch you guys later.